Thanks for joining me. This is Danny, and welcome back to my RealTech series. Today we're going to be doing a bunch of builds. This empty road is going to soon be a bustling main street, old western town type of main street. We're going to be building like a saloon here and a couple of like shops. And actually we're going to have another factory set up here. It's going to be a little smaller than that one, but kind of similar styles. And the style that I'm going for is, like I said, kind of an old western sort of theme, but I'm also going to try to tie it in a little bit with the Minecolonists builds so that it's not going to look exactly like these because that isn't necessarily my build style, but I'm going to just kind of use some of the themes that we're using. One of the first things I'm actually going to do is upgrade this build because right now this is the tier 1, I believe, tier 1 restaurant, and I'd like to get that all the way up to 4, possibly even tier 5. So that's going to be our builder's first task. I'm going to be building a park here, kind of a like a little, there's going to be a fountain, some flowers, and some hedges and stuff. So kind of a basic park, but it'll look kind of nice. It'll fill in that space. And then we're going to have a couple of buildings here that we're going to have our builder build for us because I've got schematics for them. I've done them in creative mode in a different world. So I'm just going to have our builder help us with those, our Minecolonists builder. And then we'll do the same thing over here. So our first job is actually going to be to move this thing because I want to move it over so that it's kind of at the edge of this road. It's actually going to take some time too because our builder is going to have to tear this whole thing down and then build it up or rebuild it. So what you do is you say upgrade building, but then in the upgrade building thing we say reposition. So right now it's giving us the building in the exact position that it is right now. So like if we go up, we'll see that's the building up from us. We can move it over this way 2 blocks, and then I'm going to say check, and then that gets destroyed. Finish tearing it down. She's now rebuilding and burying people in the process. Oh boy, I wonder if he can get out of that. Alright, get out. Get out of there. Come on. Whatever. Okay, so in the meantime, I had to take these power lines down, otherwise she's going to keep tearing them down because we're going to be upgrading this building a couple times. So I have a temporary thing over here so that we can keep our powered lights, our powered lanterns powered. I have to because my basement is dark or it isn't fully light. So, yeah. Okay, why the heck are you guys over here? What? Your next point is like there. Alright, I'm going to put some fences up here. These fences are actually not a part of the build. I added those later. So what I'm going to do to make sure that our knights don't take this stupid path over here is I'm going to go like this. There, that worked. She's finally building this thing. I don't know what's going on, but I had to reset the colony in order to get her to build this. She kept going back to her house. And then I would recall her over there. She would come over here, place a couple blocks, and go back to her house. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm getting started on the park here. I'm going to be switching to a third-person view pretty soon, so you can watch us build this in a time-lapse. She's almost done with the tier 2 of this building, and then we're going to be upgrading it once again. Actually, can we do that now? Or do we have to wait? No, we have to wait. We have to wait till she's done doing it to tier 2, and then we can upgrade to tier 3. I've also got her building this path here, too, when she's done with that. So I've got the first set of buildings queued up. There's actually 2 buildings in this spot, and they're all part of the same schematic because they're kind of connected to each other, kind of like Main Street buildings kind of are. These are the materials that our builder's going to need. Dun, 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 dun. Cobblestone oak. I used a lot of oak in this just to kind of get it to blend in with the stuff around it. And then we've got spruce wood. We have some chisels and bits stuff, so I'm going to have to make those bits for our builder. And then these other things, a dark oak door. I'm out resource hunting. We need a lot of freaking resources for this build. This is the biggest, we're doing the biggest building right now. Ooh! The biggest building. It's a string of buildings actually, all together, and this is all the stuff that we need. I have a lot of it already, and I've been working at this for probably a few hours now, getting all this stuff. All that spruce. It's a few resources that we didn't really have a lot of, like slate. We need a lot of slate, and that stuff spawns like scattered all over the place, so. But I don't always pick it up because I don't usually think I'm going to need it. But it's actually a really nice building block, so I want more. I had to cut down a whole bunch of ironwood trees. I did both iron and olive. This particular build has a lot of rustic stuff in it, and I used all the freaking, all the clay I had, so I am out looking for clay. Yeah, clay and slate. I'm not seeing slate anywhere. This stuff spawns kind of everywhere, but it's only in like small veins. Why are you like ignoring me, creeper? I mean, what? Oh, what? What? Oh, okay. I guess these veins are bigger than I thought. I've already got 37 from this vein. One or two more of these and we'll be set. I'm gathering resources. I need a lot of olive wood and a lot of spruce, so I just planted a ton of saplings. Whoa. So that they just keep growing for me. That way I don't have to bone meal them. It's just brute force. And every time I get new ones, I'm planting them and expanding the tree farm. This is just temporary because I just need a bunch of these right now. And then later on in the series, we will do an automated tree farm that doesn't involve Minecolonists. I finally have everything I need for that great big build. The builder hasn't started yet. I want her to have everything that she needs in order to before she starts, so that we can get a nice third-person time-lapse of her building this. The only thing that she requires is a shovel. I'm going to give that to her now. I just made her a new shovel. So now she's finally going to eat. She was complaining about being hungry and she wouldn't eat until I gave her a shovel. So that's kind of funny. But she's going to start building over here in a minute and we're going to go into time-lapse right now. Welcome to Main Street, the Dannyville. So this is upgraded to level 3. I'm actually probably going to upgrade this more. This is a Minecolonists building. This is my little park that I made with lots of Ferdinand's flowers and a little, basically a vanilla water fountain. Got some weird sound issues with the water right now. And these benches are from Deckercraft. And then this is what our builder helped us build. I've got some Ferdinand's flowers in front of these buildings too. This is a saloon. Very rustic themed. Like almost everything in here is from the rustic mod. The tables, the lamps, the chains that the lamps are hanging on. These are the brewing barrels. So we can actually brew stuff in these if we want to. Otherwise they do make some nice decorative blocks. These stools are from Deckercraft. As are, I don't know, did I mention that these are too, the park benches. This is one of our downtown one of our Main Street buildings. This one, I tried to kind of make this the transition between the Minecolonists builds and my Main Street builds. So I used some oak there. I don't know how crazy I am about the oak in that particular build, but it kind of ties it in pretty well with the Minecolony stuff. This is limestone from Chisel, and then of course the windows are all custom made from chisels and bits. It's the streaked glass with spruce bark around the outsides. This is a door from the engineer's door. And then this is going to be just a little shop. I think we're going to stick like a villager or two in here and maybe trap them behind, like we'll find some villagers that we're interested in trading with and we'll kind of trap them behind a counter back there so that we can reach them, but they can't wander around and get killed by zombies. These three buildings all have similar models. I actually copied in Creative, I copied one of the buildings and then I just changed some of the blocks and things like that. So this is, again, it's another shop. I don't think I can open that with a, what the? Let me try doing this with an empty hand. What the? Okay, this is a Deckercraft door. It was placed strangely because I actually gave the builder an oak door. And when she placed it, it was a Deckercraft door. So yeah, I think there was something buggy about that. So this is another shop. This is actually smaller than that one. I don't know exactly what we'll do with all these little shop spaces. I mean, they're kind of decorative at this point. And then this is shop number 3 and the final. There's just 3 of them. And this is another rustic themed build, actually. This is the rustic olive door. Of course, it's our chiseled glass. It's actually the same materials as that building. Those up there are using limestone, and then I added those little decorations with chisels and bits, just using limestone blocks from, I think that's from Chisel too. And I had to add a recipe to the pack in order to make the chiseled limestone blocks out of quark limestone blocks, because the quark ones spawn in the world everywhere. So now the upstairs of these buildings are going to have different purposes. So here you can see we've got a little stairs here. This is a little apartment that spans both of the buildings. So this will be some space that we'll be able to use. I'm not sure what we'll use this for yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. And then this is the factory. My plan for this one is to play Pneumaticraft in it. It's kind of similar in style to the one that we built before, except obviously it's using different materials, and then it has more of a Main Street-ish look to it to kind of blend in with these other builds. And then instead of having the front door stick out like this one, I have it kind of recessed in. This is made of the streaked glass again, and then this is, what is that called again? If I hold the chisel, it'll tell us. It is the black quilted wool from Quark. So it's just basically wool with string in a crafting table. Oh, there's a preview of some stuff I was looking at for a future episode, the MTS mod, Minecraft Transport Simulator. So this is the largest build. Although it's not as big as that other factory, this is probably where we're going to be playing with Pneumaticraft. And I actually kind of forgot about lighting. That's the only lighting in this place. The upstairs is not lit at all. And then we are also, the factory owners are leasing out the upstairs of the building next door. So this is obviously the blue shop from downstairs. So we'll be able to, because we're going to need probably a decent amount of space for Pneumaticraft. I think this is actually going to be enough, probably. But this will just be another room that we'll be able to use for that. And then we might actually be doing some outdoor stuff in Pneumaticraft too. So I may end up giving this thing a back door. So that's it. That's Main Street. That's the whole build. Let's see, is there anything I forgot? This is olive wood from Rustic. This is painted wood from Rustic also. Now, there's actually 2 different mods that add kind of a painted wood like this. Rustic adds, you can take any wood planks and combine them with a dye, and you get painted wood of various colors, of all the 16 Minecraft colors. And then Quark also adds, a stained wood. So it's the same concept, same recipe. Unfortunately, you can use any planks and a die in the middle, and you end up with these stained planks. Now, because the recipes conflict, you're gonna have to use, if you're using this pack and you want to make this wood, you have to use the forestry work table, which allows you to select the recipe that you want if there's a recipe conflict. This is slate. It's slate brick. Also from rustic. This entire build is rustic, and then this is the ironwood from rustic. It's the wood. Where here we've got the ironwood planks as kind of the patio here, and then the floor in here. These doors are from Malice's doors. They're saloon doors, and they're nice because you don't have to click on them. Actually, clicking on them doesn't do anything. You just walk through them, and then they swing open for you. That's kind of nice. I really like this little build. I mean, it's quaint. It's probably not very practical. I don't know that we'll be able to do much. Although I may actually move some of our existing rustic, like brewing and all that, and maybe even the elixirs. Maybe we'll move that all into here, and that'll be kind of the function of this building instead of just having that out in the garden in the back. I really like how this park ended up. It's really simple. I mean, all it is like I said, just the vanilla fountain, and then all these different Ferdinand's flowers. What's nice about these, the double high flowers, you can bone meal them to double them. The small ones you can't, though. You've got to find those in the world. So I've got the Ferdinand's flower chest back here. It's basically a chest that holds nothing but Ferdinand's flowers. So it's nice if you've got, because obviously there's a lot of different kinds of flowers, and you'll be picking them up all over the world to fill up your inventory, and then you can just hold down the shift key and go over your inventory, and whatever is Ferdinand's flowers will end up dropping into there. Look at it, looks like a real town. Kind of. Or either that or an amusement park or something. Or a theme park. Nice. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It was definitely a job. it was work. I was working on this for a long time. I spent several hours just doing the designs, of course, in creative mode. And whoa, that was weird. I got scared. I thought I lost my ship. Hey. Oh man. Alright, I gotta break the ship without hitting him because he'll attack me if I hit him. There we go. Hey, give me that ship. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, who took my ship? Oh no. Oh no, they're getting all mixed up over here. Oh crap. Here's a nighttime view. I forgot about lighting in a lot of these buildings. Like, they're all dark. So, I'll have to fix that. This one I added some lighting to. Well, I got my ship back, along with a few other miscellaneous items that, that they were carrying around. Stuff that was broken by the builder. So in the next episode, we are going to be playing around. Actually, do you think I overdid it a little with the flowers? There's a lot of flowers, but I think they look pretty nice. Because I didn't want to do like stone or like concrete in that whole space, so I thought it would be nice to have some grass there. Of course, the grass doesn't look as nice now because it's fall. Everything is kind of brown. So this will look a lot nicer when spring comes and the leaves are green again, our little leaf blocks. Over here, our hedges will be nice and green, and our grass will be nice and green. But in the next episode, we are going to be, well, I've got a few different things. We did our Main Street build, hooray! I have no idea what order I'm going to be doing this stuff in yet. I think we're going to be getting into cars soon, I don't know. Pneumaticraft is really fun tech mod that we haven't played with yet, and I haven't played with in a really long time. The trading shops, like I talked about earlier, getting some villagers in the shops. An ironwood tree farm, which I talked about previously, and in a previous video. I want to do some inventory control in our warehouse and some filtering and stuff. And we'll probably upgrade the warehouse too. Just a few fish. JFF, just a few fish. I want to play around a little bit with that and set up like fish tanks and stuff for decoration. Maybe in some of these little shops. And I also want to set up a remote base in a distant village and set up some distant item transfer. We're going to have obviously roads going to other villages. And then later on, we're going to get into some planes and airports with the Minecraft transport simulator. As a that'll be basically our fastest way of getting around. At some point, maybe we'll do the arc furnace. I don't know. To be honest with you, or the arc furnace from immersive engineering. I don't usually do the arc furnace because I find that it's more work than it's worth. It isn't much better than the alternatives with immersive engineering, which we will be getting into at some point, upgrading our existing steel production infrastructure. At some point, we'll probably do the Ender Dragon, and maybe we'll do a Wither. I don't know. In this pack, there really isn't much point in doing the Wither. These guys just pushing me around, man. Like, get out of the way, man. We got a patrol. We got a patrol to keep here. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you join me for that. Like I said, I don't know which one I'm gonna do next. Probably one of these few here, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. So I guess if you have any votes, of course, by the time you see this video, I probably will have already started on the next one. So if you have any questions or comments or whatever, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And of course, if you did enjoy this, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and join me next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.